nice audience. Good morning. Welcome to The View.
Yeah.
We got a lot of black going here today.
Yeah, don't we?
I was talking about clothes.
But Sherry and I, we just assumed you recognized.
Black every day.
That's right, every day. Never going to change.
Thank goodness.
Now listen, Ruth Madoff, the wife of Ponzi schemer Bernie, has been put on an allowance and has to produce receipts every time she spends more than $100. Now, she's not been convicted of anything. No. She's just the wife of this bonehead. So,
now I'm wondering, though, if the government, if this is for a specified period of time, you know, where it's just only temporary till they get all of their stuff in order, the ducks in a row, they're requiring her to do this.
Well, they haven't said, I mean, people have not expressed a lot of sympathy for Ruth Madoff. But as Whoopi pointed out, she has not been indicted. We don't know whether she knew. If they could have proved that she knew, that would have been a different story. And I'm beginning to feel sorry for her. I mean, the woman lost her husband, literally. He's in jail. We don't know that she did anything wrong. She's lost her house. Her children don't speak to her. She has a hard time seeing her grandchildren. You know, I sort of feel... Because the two sons were the ones who turned the father in, and they have been told by their lawyers, don't hold me to this because I'm not a lawyer, but that they shouldn't be in touch with their mother, because not that there's an investigation, but there's still a cloud. And as of today, I think, they have not been in touch with their mother. She's having a terrible time, so she doesn't have that much money. I just think it's enough already, and I'm feeling sorry for her. Now, people are going to say, how could you feel? Look at all the people who lost money. True. And, you know, you ache for them, but... supposedly she didn't know.
And if she didn't know, okay, so let's assume she didn't know, then she's left to, with him out of sight, out of mind, for the most part, walk around as the visible scarlet letter in this whole scheme and kind of take the brunt of the emotional hate and distrust and aggression of everyone around. You know, she's sort of the walking scarlet letter. I also think, on a lighter note, if she wants to shop, she should maybe do it online, because that's what anybody does when they don't want to. She still has to show. But still, like seeing her in a store when she went to go get her hair done, if she's taking the subway, everyone's always, you know.
But on another note of that, let's assume she did do it.
You're right.
I think punishment is relative, because this woman, like you said, has lost everything. That's a lot of suffering that she's going through and bearing the brunt of all of what Bernie Madoff brought. So for her to lose everything and not be able to see your grandchildren or your kids, to lose all of your friendships.
Well, you can see her grandchildren a little.
It's kind of a poo or get off the pot. You know what I mean? Either indict her for something, or leave her the hell alone.
Well, don't you think she knew. I think she knew everything.
I don't know whether she knew.
I don't know if she knew. In her account.
But I know that if they thought she knew, she would be in front of a judge. And not because some guy is saying, you owe me money.
I'm just saying. Bookkeeper, though? I mean, she was...
People keep sets of books all the time, you know.
And you guys always say wives don't always know what their husbands are doing.
There's a lot of wives in prison now.
So I'm just saying, you know, either do it, you know, or stop torturing her. It's not fair.
Well, maybe they're accumulating evidence now.
Maybe, but then put it out there and stop dangling it. It's very I don't think
it's a big punishment to say she has to make a receipt for $100 expenditure.
No, for everything. No, it is a big deal. Every time you go out or go to dinner with a friend, you have to produce your receipts. I think it's a little much.
She has to go out and buy food for
I got so many receipts lying around the house, I'd be in jail by now if they had to produce receipts.
Nobody is saying to you that you have to produce everything. I mean, it's like being with the IRS every second of every day. I just say either poop or get off the pot. But we talked about the effects of divorce before, but the science section of today's New York Times says it's actually hazardous to your health. Research says divorced people suffer a decline in physical health that they can never recover from, even if they remarry.
But they're not just... And you have never recovered.
I'm always recovering.
But you know
I'm constant recovering.
What's interesting, they're not just talking about stress, but there's something called telomeres. You know that they're like shoelaces at the end of your
Nerves?
No. It has to do with your DNA. I did a whole special on longevity, but I'm getting very old and I forgot what my special was about. But it reduces these telomeres that make you live long. But it's not just that you feel bad. It can lead to cancer. It can lead to heart disease.
No, it's not just stress.
It's not just but the thing that's so amazing is what you just said. Even if you remarry, this is so terrible in your mind that it stays with you
on
your
who
whole
you were
life.
married to.
Right.
I mean, I think if it was the love of your life, yeah, it might be a little depressing. But if for some person who's been married, well, I don't know, more than once, twice, 3 times, maybe. I just kind of feel like, when it's done, when you say, okay, this is it, and it was great having you and you having me, but it's all right.
A person like you said who's been married once, twice, 3 times might even go through a thing of being by themselves, being faced with, did I do anything wrong, or is there something wrong with me that I'm having to keep doing this? If that's
I'm
laughing.
One might go through that. One might. There are 2 of us. There's 2 other things. Married people are healthier, and people who never marry are healthier.
Because they don't experience the breakup.
Didn't you say you felt more healthy after your divorce?
I really blossomed as a result of the divorce, frankly. I did.
I remember you said you blossomed.
But also when you with somebody and you break up, you go through this period, I know with me, of you're in a new city and then you're used to doing something with a companion all the time.
Yeah.
No, you said what?
Habit.
Right. It is. It's a habit of restaurants going. We used to go out for sushi once a week, into the movies, and it's like everything reminded me.
But I wonder if this is not really about men more than women, because mostly when people break up, it's the man who jumps into bed with the first available woman, and thank God we'd never get rid of them. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Seriously, it's like
really
men
don't like men. You very rarely say anything nice
say
about
that. Maybe
men.
you don't like men. I like men.
No, but you always criticize them. You just said, thank God, don't get mad.
It's a joke, Barbara. Come on.
No, but again and again you say, we get rid of them, we get rid of them.
Listen, it's a joke. It's a joke. I'm the one who's been with men my whole life. Have you? No. Have you? No.
Yes.
I'm the one.
Excuse me.
Who's with men?
Excuse me. Excuse me. Wait.
It's a joke. Don't get mad.
Let me clear something up. I have been with many men, and it has been my choice. It has been my choice whether to stay or not. I'm not someone who is meant to be in a relationship the way that you are. You have a great relationship. That's what I'm saying.
You like monogamy.
Yeah. You do. And I like being on my own.
Right.
I'm different. So yeah, there have been men. Contrary to what some people might remember, there have been many, but that's not the point.
I like to be with one man a lot.
Can I just join hands with you?
Yes.
Because in that sense, we have a lot in common, but that's one more thing.
And a couple of the men.
Tramps or what? Is that it?
No. That doesn't mean you're a tramp.
No, I would go more with hope. In describing myself, if you were going, tramp is kind of like you kind of dusty. Just hanging around the train tracks and stuff.
But what's his hope proactive?
Ho is like, it only takes one to dig the field, baby. Now, speaking of married folks, a married man in Wisconsin juggling several women on the side was lured into a hotel room by 2 of the jilted lovers, his wife and a female accomplice. So that's 4 women. They bound him, gagged him.
Mad.
Oh, wait, it gets better. They crazy glued his his penis to his stomach.
And they are all facing imprisonment.
They are now all...
Here's where I will take up for the men
They
now.
look like the same chick.
I will take up for a man here, because if a man ever did something like that to a woman, with or without the penis, because a woman doesn't have it, I would say they should be in prison for a long time.
I would agree with you. And we see this in...
Because women are doing it, it gets a reaction. It's like Lorena Bobbitt.
We see this in other countries, and we scorn all the time in terms of women being stoned and hurt. I mean, I think, yeah, at the very face value of it, it may have some humor to it, but truly, if you did reverse it like you said, it's
about this? You know, such a, one of the women who actually crazy glued his member to his stomach, she was married to somebody. She has a husband. So it's like, and you know, and you're right.
One of them wasn't even involved. She came along for the ride.
Watching the door. She just watching the door.
Just for the fun.
Glue it.
Speaking of fun.
Oh, wait, before we go, Barbara has one thing to say.
I just want to show you something funny that I saw backstage. You know, we are so compatible. Whether we argue, we don't. We are so compatible. I want to show you how compatible we are. Will you stand up, please, and you?
Oh,
I just want to show you how they fit together.
she's my puzzle piece.